Hey, my name is jmartin. This is a 2v2 battle. Thanks for watching. I'm the Prussian player right here. And with me, one of my personal favorites, playing as France, is Krasnikof, who is a nublet. I'm working on my Krasnikof impression. It's not really that good yet, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Kraz is doing his thing. He's French. And our opponents for this game, if I zoom around the battlefield, facing Kraz here, playing as Austria, is Luker, who wears the tag TIE, or TIE. And then also facing me, also playing as Prussia, is MarcoAurelio, who wears the tags LO and L.ita, or L Italy, I'm guessing. And so that's where we're playing. And I'm going to focus on my side of the battle to show you what I did. And we're both Prussian, so I'm going to work really hard to try to keep you oriented and not make that confusing. The reason I kind of wanted to replay this battle is it was the best one I'd had recently that shows good cav work. I was involved in a 3v3 earlier today, which was really fun, by the way. I never really play 3v3s normally, but in that 3v3, I came really close to winning, and what tripped me up was bad cav work. When I watched the replay, I noticed that I didn't use my cav really as efficiently as I could have, and I gave away some things to the opponent's cav that I shouldn't have. And the game was really close all in all, but there was a moment there where I sort of just let one cav charge get through. Anyway, so this is our game. MarcoAurelio does kind of a brain fart moment there. He charges his general up. And what happened, I'm sure what he did is he was moving a bunch of units as a group, and then so he had his general program to go there and then had to reconfigure, and the general is the last person that he moved. I have a ton of love for him in this situation because I actually have done that before, and I've done that in yeah, it's embarrassing, and you're like, oh fuck, why is my general up there? But that's what happens with him. This battle forms really quickly. This is my line here. He had some cav that sort of threatened to charge, and what I do to get things going, like he's run real close up to my line, is I send two groups of lancers into these line units real quick, and he doesn't form square. What he does do right here is he countercharges his heavy cav, I believe, into mine. Don't really recommend that as a way to use them. See, my cav got in there for 50 casualties. That unit's gonna. Well, it's foot guards, so they're not gonna rout, but that's not terrible work. I don't really recommend using your cav to countercharge. Here goes more cav work on his right side, and these units get in there and hit. And Danu on some of the, I forget where it was. I think he commented me on YouTube, and he sort of offered me some tips, or some solid critical advice on how I use lancers, and what he said is I need to do a better job of pulling my lancers out, and I think I did a much better job of that. See, I have these two lancer units rocking around this guy's rear, and his lines were really disorganized. He had to pull his lights back, and so I get to smoke these two rifles, and then I smoke this next grenadier unit. So I get really good value out of my cav by using them a bit more aggressively. And you probably can't tell, but all he's got left on this flanker, the grenadier here, that I'm shooting up really good, and then this foot guard that I'm shooting up really good. And so I've kind of routed his right side real fast. Over on the left, well, this is me here, this is him. Not much interesting is going on. I have sort of a big firepower advantage going on over here. I have line infantry shooting into he has lights left over that are kind of hanging out, and I'm getting to recycle lancers. They're that same group of lancers again, and for some reason he's still in square from an earlier lancer charge. I think those are my lancers just hanging out there that I forgot about. Like, I think these lancers had made the charge. He formed a square, and then I pulled the lancers back and forgot about them. So it's kind of a bonehead move by me. It wound up not making much of a difference. But this battle, I think, holistically was just fast and furious. One of the interesting things I found about it is that we both ran up the field at each other, and I think we both engaged each other before the other was ready. And so that required a lot of really, really fast micro right at the beginning. Like you saw how fast his line after you initially walked up to my lights, and obviously the general problem. But fast reactions, fast micro are really important. And back to the sort of the cav thing I was talking about earlier, the match that I lost earlier today, what got me down in that match was that my micro reactions were too slow, and I think my opponent. I was playing against Bobby. I remember Huntsman. Well, not against him directly, but he fucked me up pretty good with two Lancer units. And what was amazing playing against him is he charges Lancers, hit the square button, and my guys would like sort of start to move, to form the square. And as soon as that movement started, he changed targets of his Lancers. Like my guys didn't even completely get into square, but the forming into square is sort of a procedure. And at the first moment that procedure started, he immediately was like, "Oh, change targets," and I was really impressed with just how fast his micro was on that. And I think that my failure earlier in that game was because my micro wasn't as fast as it could be, and my success here was, I think, arguably because my micro was a little bit fast, and because my opponent's was a little bit slower, I got the cav in and everything. So those kind of dual skills of observation, which enable you to use micro quickly, I think I'm getting a little better at. And so I think that's progress. So at this point in the battle, I've routed my opponent. Obviously, Krasnikof is doing his thing, and he's about to handle up on the Austrian. I think I actually charged the remnants of my 3 cav units in here to get this guy into square, which hopefully will buy him all the time that he needs to create a fire advantage. There we go. And the opponent gets into square. Really a no-win situation for Luker here, I think, no matter what happened. Well, even if this cav didn't get him, I'm coming across the field with all these boys. So anyway, I want to say great game to MarcoAurelio. Thanks for playing with me, and to Luker here. And, of course, to Krasnikov for taking time out of his busy schedule to put a game together with me. Anyway, I really appreciate that. And I had a great time playing this game. And I guess my advice coming out of this battle is just use your micro wisely. Try to get it as fast as possible and make good decisions. And again, back to the battle I lost earlier today, when I watched the replay, there were a lot of things that seemed like good decisions at the time, and I look back and I'm like, no, that wasn't a good trade or whatever. But anyway, think about, you got to make decisions fast. It's a game of inches. And so make your decisions fast and hopefully make your decisions good. And thanks for watching. You can check out more information at twreplays.com.